Welcome in once again to the Yugioh Fresh Off the Press community, where we analyze the current posts, trends, and forecast of the Yu-Gi-Oh markets. We're here to feed the endless eternal Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard market watch addiction, guys, because it's an addiction, guys. You guys already know. Welcome in. Make sure you subscribe. It really does help out the channel. The channel continues to grow, and it's all thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. Immediately, let's get to actually discussing the giveaway, guys. We were gonna do the giveaway today as mentioned, but actually the video, I was noticing it has a performance usually of a 48-hour performance cycle, where people still watch the video even 48 hours later. They comment on the video, things of that nature. So actually we're gonna be doing the giveaway tomorrow. Remember, I just wanted to show you guys, this is the comment picker that we're going to be using. I'm gonna come over here. By the way, the video has 1.3k views already. That's crazy. You know, we're going to give it another 24 hours, give or take. And I'm going to be selecting one of these comments. You know, just keep them coming. If you haven't commented, you know, yet, make sure, wow, a bunch of comments that I have to get to. Make sure you come in. 80 likes. That's crazy. Let's get that to 100 likes. You know what I mean? And yeah, remember, one of you guys is going to be winning one of these. And then the 3 TCG player 10 Billi gift cards. So tomorrow I'm actually going to be making a dedicated video for the first time for our giveaway. Where is it? It's right here. Right here. Boom. Right here, guys. This is what we're going to be using. You know, so when you see this thumbnail tomorrow, that's going to be the dedicated video for the giveaway. We're going to do a mini market watch, you know, related to the product that we're giving away. Just discuss some prices, card prices, and then we're going to get to the actual giveaway. So stay tuned for that. Just wanted to give an update. If you haven't participated yet, just make sure you subscribe and make sure you come over to this video right here and leave a comment. And that's it. And we'll be selecting those winners tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Guys, today's all about cards that I want you guys to not take for granted. A lot of cheap cards in the markets that today they're cheap, you know, and they might cost, you know, a couple of more shekels down the road. And we've been talking about this card, a Resonator call. You know, it's getting future support, you know, Resonators and Synchros with the structured deck coming along soon. So yeah, we were talking about this card under a Billi, and you see the first initial spike, little bit of a retracement back down to the main, but a lot of bullish consolidation here before the next leg up to take us to the previous all-time high of $2.20. And yeah, under 100 listings here, we see the card, a couple of deals under a Billi, but after those are gobbled up, the card quickly goes up to a Billi 35, and once those are gone, then it goes to a Billi 50s and eventually $2 a pop. So yeah, I mean, right now you can find a couple of one-ofs here, a couple of deals, but even at, you know, 4 here, at a Billi and some change, don't let this card be 2, 3s, maybe even 5s if it doesn't get reprinted inside the structured deck. Might get a super rare. If it does, then, you know, but this is still the max rarity version. Looks beautiful from Ghost from the Past. Hard card to get. And yeah, it's not as easy to get, you know what I mean? So for these current prices, I really do like this card. I have my R09 ready that I got at under a Billi, and I just wanted to highlight and, you know, show this card again. We talked about this card a while back, a couple of weeks ago. Just always like to go back and highlight some of those cards. Same for a couple of Mammoth cards, like totally awesome. Don't forget about the Toad. Right now, Toad is not doing anything in the meta, you know what I mean? Paleozoics can't play this card due to a Ronin Totem getting banned. And Sprites as well, you know, they used to play the Toad, you know, Ronin Totem got sliced, you know, got banned, and now everyone forgot about the Toad. But don't forget, man, totally awesome, always finds a way to cycle in and out of the meta, either through Bahamut Shark, you know, the generic rank 4 brings this out, or just always finds ways to come back into the meta. And it's a broken card right now at a Billi. This is cheap. Don't take these cheap cards for granted, right? Today they're a Billi 25. This card could easily be 2 to 3 shekels down the road if it, you know, if it cycles back into the meta. Probably even $5 is an ultra rare. And then the secrets, they'll start pumping up into oblivion. So this is cheap right now. It doesn't hurt, you know, to just have a playset, slap these in the binder, you know, even as trade bait. It's not bad. It's totally awesome. And usually when it cycles back into the meta, this card likes to spike up hard in value. So make sure you keep this one in mind. Then we have Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Look at that. This Link Monster's consolidating in price right here. I like it. I like this card. I have a stack of these, you know, a couple of R09s. It's just consolidating sideways. Everyone's going to forget about this card, but it is broken. This card is broken. And yeah, look, it's 350 here, but it quickly, if we clean this up janitor style, we do see here that almost under 100 listings. You have a couple of deals here, but the card is essentially, it goes into 4 and some change, eventually even 5 billies. You do have a couple of tiny walls here and there, but card is not getting any easier to get from Magnificent Mavens. Who knows when this is getting another reprint. So I really like this Link Boss Monster broken card. Obviously a Blackluster Soldier card, looks beautiful. Don't forget about this card. Then we have skill drain. We're always talking about skill drain on the channel, but you can never talk enough about skill drain. Why? Because a lot of consolidation right here going sideways, but if Konami doesn't reprint this card again for a while, then this card is just going to get harder to get. You have a couple of deals here at 2s, but eventually it's a $2.50 card. It does have the listings here. I mean, if we do clean it up a little bit, we do see that we get 137 listings, so that's fine. It's good to come in, multi-format card. You can use it, you know, in previous formats as well. As we always say here, just don't forget about your skill drains. These are cards that we always highlight, and I'll get it, you know, I'll get to it later. Then when you come back, it's a 3, 4, 5 Billi card. You don't want to be that guy. Then we have Photon Dragon, another Link Boss monster that people are not paying attention to. Of course, it's not using the meta right now, things of that nature, but metas, they shift all the time. When new core sets come out, new products, new cards, things of that nature, you never know when you're going to need access to this broken Link monster. And as an ultra rare for a Billi, you can't go wrong. This is another one for 3 Billies. You can have this in your binder. Looks beautiful even for trade bait. Really do like this cheap card that could possibly be worth 2 to 3s down the line as well, you know, if these dry up. So I really do like this one. Then we have Millennium Ice Restrict, same deal from Mama, another one that I wanted to highlight, under a Billi. You do have a couple of walls of China here. That's good for the extreme long term. If this card doesn't ever get like a reprint, you know, soon in the next couple of months, a year or two, whatever, I can see this card being up 2x to a Billi 50 at the bare minimum. It's just broken. You know, people were paying in excess of 40 Billies for the ultras and secret rares before this card, you know, was reprinted. So I always like picking, of course, massively reprinted. You're not going to go in and get 50 of these necessarily, but it's more about just having exposure, just getting a playset. It really doesn't hurt, and the card looks beautiful in a binder, even as trade bait. Same for Chaos Hunter. You know, a lot of consolidation here. Card used to be $3. That's crazy. Had a massive spike, you know, against Cash Tier at one point, but then just making new all-time lows. So this is it. If you ever wanted this card, 6 copies right here at 2 quarters. Not bad at all. I think this will be a fine investment that will age well with time. At 2 quarters is easily a buck later on. Of course, you have a lot of walls, things of that nature, massively overprinted, keep it in mind, but at the same time, there's only the secrets, and then there's mid-max rarity ultras, and then the other ones are like commons and rares and things of that nature. So I like this card. If it doesn't get printed, you know, in the foreseeable future, I could see it, you know, retaining some value. Then a couple of cards from Battles of Legend Monsters, Revenge, Assault, Synchron. You know, just wanted to highlight. You see deals even under 3 Billies. That is just crazy to me. Yeah, that's insane, man. For this card, I could see it going back up to 5 Billies soon. So this is one I just bought my 3rd copy just to have a playset as an investment, just to have some exposure to the card, because it's crazy. You never know, like if the Resonator deck comes out, synchro support, and you just never know. I like the exposure, especially at these prices under 5 Billies. Then another one is Golden Rule. No one's talking about this card. It is not meta relevant. I can recognize it, but still a lot of consolidation near this 75-cent range. You have one deal here, but really the card eventually after this wallet China pushes the 90-cent and the 1 Billi mark, and long term, it's a single print secret rare from this set. Who knows when it's going to get reprinted? Deck specific card for Crystal Beast. And you never know. Cards like these, they tend to have that constant demand from that niche community. And I could see this card pushing, you know, in excess of a Billi 50 to 2 Billies down the road. So I would get some exposure. I just have like a playset only, and eventually I'd like to get an RO9 at these prices. So I think that, you know, that wouldn't be that bad. Then we have Shadows Light from Battles of Legend as well. You see a small spike to almost 2 Billies from the Billi mark, now back down to a Billi 25. A lot of good deals, one-ofs here, but you don't see the massive walls, you know what I mean? So this card is not as easy to get as it would seem, or as it would look, you know, by checking those listings. But as we can see here, when TCG player wants to load up, yeah, here, look, a lot of one-ofs, guys. Where's the 3 or mores? Let's just do that. Okay, so you have a couple here on 126s, but after that, look, quickly goes up to 3 Billies. So after that is a lot of one-ups. Not as easy to get a card. The walls are above 3 Billies. Don't be the guy where you can get this card at a Billi 26, but then you decide to come in when it's up already over 100% 2x. You don't want to be that guy. And Daedra Nessie, yo, this card is just, look, you see that small spike. I love seeing cheap cards like these, you know, have that small spike. You could barely see it. Maybe if you go to the monthly, look at it right there. If you go to the monthly chart, you see that spike. In the last month, you know, the prices haven't been this high. And when you see small spikes like that, that's communicating something. The chart is saying that the demand is outpacing the supply, at least for the past month. So Daedra Nessie's at Billi's, these are deals, guys. Honestly, look, the walls are already 25% above, you know, the lowest prices here. Don't be the guy paying 2, 3s, 5s for these secret rares. They look too beautiful. Today, they're everywhere. Everyone has them. The binders, the set just came out, but this set gets, as it gets harder and harder to get, people forget about this card. The people that need to start buying them up, and those people don't plan on selling. So, you know what I mean? That's what causes the price appreciation, and you want to make sure that you guarantee your exposure. Now, everyone's talking about the new Speed Duel set, but don't forget about the older Speed Duel cards like Macro Cosmo. Really like this card. Used to be double digis, and now it's coming back down to under 3s. I'm excited. Do I have one of these? Maybe I want to complete my playset, personal playset, because this card looks beautiful, and then have maybe an additional playset to trade or sell in the future. Really like this card. I love to see these walls coming in, and I definitely want to accumulate the secret rare max rarity Macro Cosmos. You can't go wrong with that. Then you have Dark Fusion secret rare as well from Speed Duel. Look, card was a Billi 24, boom, up to 2 Billies. When you see that, you do have a couple of deals here, but the wall's at 2 Billies, guys. If you go to the yearly chart, wow, this card has appreciated in price a lot. And I like it. I like secret rares from sets like these. They look beautiful. Max rated. The card, if I'm not mistaken, card looks beautiful. It's a hero card. Don't be the guy paying, you know, 3s, 250s, 3s and above, maybe even 5s one day. Beautiful card. Honestly, a great investment. I think I have maybe one or a couple of these, but I definitely need to guarantee my playset sooner rather than later, because I love investments like these. Low listings. The demand is always constant from the hero community. I really do like a card like that. Same for Amazon is Queen. Commons were 5-6 Billies, pushing those prices before the secret rare reprint. What do you think is going to happen to this card eventually? Look, used to be 4s down to $1 billion and some change. This card will quickly become 3 Billies without you even noticing it, and then eventually 5s down the road, easy peasy. You know, again, we're just talking investment wise. I'm not saying, oh, I love Amazon, I think they're going to be meta, you know, this, that. No, we're talking about investment in the sense of collectability. A lot of people, there's people out there that they really enjoy the Amazonist archetype and, you know, decor. And, you know, again, card is hard to get, under 30 listings. Look at the demand. You know, recently people coming in getting their playsets. Honestly, for the long term at under 2 Billies, I think this is a steal, because it'll definitely 2.5x in the near future, in my opinion. Then we have Time Tearing Morganite. We talked about the card just the other day, made a new all-time low based on the charts, but honestly, it's still essentially a 2 Billy card, pushing 250s, and it just hasn't found this niche format. But this card is broken, don't get me wrong. I have my R09. I always talk about this card because I just don't want you guys to forget about it and then have to pay $4 to $5 for a super rare. Then we have Firewall Defensor, the card that is making new all-time lows. I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of this from Cyberstorm Axis. You know, this card is what, 2 shekels, 2.5 Billies. Wow, the card used to be worth what, 6s the other day, and then before that an all-time high of $13 to $15. Insanity. So I like this card. I like it. Honestly, as an ultra rare from this set, not as easy to get. Make sure you keep this one in mind. Red Eye Soul is a rare that I haven't talked about forever on the channel from Maze of Memories. Red Eyes Soul, a Red Eyes card as a rare single print. Really like this penny stunk, really do. Don't take this cheap card for granted. A lot of consolidation, just recently had a spike, a little bit of a retracement. Now is the time. If you ever wanted this card, you know, I already have stacks of these as rares, because these are, in my opinion, the rare rares, no pun intended, you know, that you should be exposing yourself to. At quarters, just get at least a playset. Come on now, you know, 75 cents, a buck after taxes, a Billy, man, just slap it in the binder and you're exposed to the card, a rare that no one cares about now, but it's a Red Eyes card, and I can see this card at a Billy down in the future. As you can see, after the walls are eaten up, it quickly becomes eventually a 2-quarter card, so I really do like this one. And then Spiral Quick Fix, just wanted to highlight, you have the ultra rare Mac, you know, reprinted a lot, man, a lot of, you know, there's a lot lot of listings and copies of this, overly printed card. That's what I meant to say. You do have the rares, no one cares about that. And then the OTS supers, they look nice. The quantities are getting low, but honestly, I would just get the ultras. I ordered like 12 of these the other day for those 2 pennies that you see there. I'm like, bro, 12, that's what, like a quarter for 12 of these? Why not? You never know, it might be 50 cents, $1 down the line if spirals come back. So I expose myself. I pick deals up like this. We already talked about double helix and the other spiral cards. So obviously, quick fix, everyone just focused on the QCSR pump, but don't forget to get your copies if you want to. I'm just speculating. I'm not playing. I never played spirals and I won't do it now, but I always like speculating, especially at these extremely low prices. Guys, don't forget, link in the description down below. You can find our centralized resources, our short form content, social media platforms, Discord, all that good stuff. And then the semi-limited podcast for all you new people out there. They have a great Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. They invited me over the other day. Check those episodes out. Have her as well, had a blast. And then our own, we have a podcast here at Yugioh, fresh off the podcast here. We have our own podcast, episode 2, fresh off the press. Literally, man, you touch it, hot off the press, man. Make sure you check it out if you haven't done so already, when you're skimming through your collection and things of that nature. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe, click that bell for tomorrow's giveaway right here. It's finally tomorrow. I'm going to be making a dedicated video. Click that bell so that you can be aware when the video comes out. Click the all, you know what I mean? And also so you can be aware of podcast episode releases, live stream information when we get back to that and things of that nature. And destroy that like button, man. This video, 100 likes, that's the goal. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and do so. It really does help out the channel. Like this video as well. Thank you so much. And don't forget that none of this content is official financial advice. It's just for entertainment purposes only. And then the last part of this market watch is Photon Hypernova. Like we said, guys, this is a set that we would be looking to invest into. Now we're going to look at the angle from the penny stonk angle. You know what I mean? And even though this card, is technically now above 5 billies, when we were talking about it, it was under 5 billies. So just a great investment. Just hear this dude out real quick. On this card is right here. It was here already, but this is one that I just bought a playset of. Where am I at? 4 something. This was me right here, 475, or one of these, or this one. I think it was one of these 475. I came in, I'm like, this card is under 5 billies. That's it. I'm in. Count me in. I bought my playset. I'm waiting for it. Why? Because I don't plan on playing the deck, but this is, to me, a beautiful investment. A card that used to be worth 56 billions, man. 56. And it's 5. That's down what, like 10x, 11x, around there. Count me in. Photon Hypernova, everything else from Castira for the most part is getting reprinted. Yeah, I'm in. A secret rare from Photon, I'm in. At 5 billies, I'm in, man. I'm in. These are the type of investments that we're making. Of course, here, yeah, maybe selling certain sealed products. Yeah, you guys get the gist of it. I mean, if you want to watch the rest of the video, you can check it out. Invest in these sets before the 2023 Megas 10s come out. 1.3k views. People were watching for a reason. You know what I mean? And again, this card is not like, oh, it already 2x, 3x, I'm rich. That's not the point. Well, the point is that you see a small bump up. You do see a small bump up from where I got him at 475s. That's almost 2x after, look, a lot of one-ofs. See, the next playset is at 8s. That's crazy. And after that, it continues going on eventually to double digits. Now, a key disclaimer, Banlist is coming. You know what I mean? So if Banlist just comes and straight up kills Cashtiras, you can't even play it as an engine, you can't play the deck anymore, then this investment doesn't pan out. I'm aware of this and I put it out there. I'm transparent, but understanding all those factors, I still, I analyze the risk and I'm like, what are the chances that, of course, Fenrir will probably get nuked, maybe down to 1, Birth maybe hit this, that, and the other, but the deck might still survive. So if it does, I want to make sure that I have exposure to this secret rare from Photon Hypernova that is not getting reprinted anytime soon, or it could get hit. Castira Theosis can get hit too, maybe, right? It could go down to 2 to 1, and you never know. You never know. But at 4 shekels, 5 shekels, $15, I'm willing to risk it. It might not play out. I might lose, that bet per se or that investment. But after analyzing all of this, the secret rare from everything else is getting reprinted. Secret rare from a set that we don't expect reprints for in the foreseeable future. You already see the pumps, the small pumps. If you go to page 2, excuse me, it continues towards that double digit range. And of course, I just got a playset. It was like I bought an R9 or I put that much money into this and things of that nature. But as we can see, the card quickly, a lot of one-ofs, man, a lot of one-ofs. Look, look, eventually 10 Billi card, still 72 listings. Again, this is one that I would keep my eye out for. It's not technically a penny stock anymore, but it's one to keep in mind. I've been mentioning it on the channel, as you can see here, for a while now. Then we have Gravekeepers Inscription, another one that I talked about a couple of market watches ago, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware. You see that spike now. The demand is coming in for this card. That's why I talked about it back then, and I continue to do so now. Used to be under 2 Billies, just a hair under 2 Billies, and now you have a deal there, but it's a 3 Billi card. Quickly goes up to 4s on the first page. Only 80 listings, guys. If you ever wanted this card, secret rare from Photon Hypernova, don't let this card get above 5 Billies. Then we have Galaxy Photon Dragon. Again, I mentioned this card again, in the past, saying photons, they have their community, Galaxy Eyes, things of that nature. Card was $2, now it's 3s. You do have a wall here, small wall of China, but eventually the card surpasses the 3 Billi mark. If we clean this up, probably under 100 listings, yeah, most likely right there. Come on, there we go, 92 listings. And yeah, it's a secret rare single print. We don't know when we're getting a reprint of this. I like this card, even at 3s. I could see this being 5 Billi soon down the line. Now, one that I don't think I've talked about in our previous market watch, to my knowledge, I was reading this card, I'm like, this thing is broken. You tribute itself, and then you can attach cards from the field or graveyard to a special summon monster that so again, look, you contribute this XYZ special summon card, special summon one non-fairy Grenadier XYZ monster from your extra deck. Then you can attach cards from any field and or graveyards to that special summon monster as material, up to the number of materials this card had. Broken, just swap, just attach, just give me that from your opponent's side of the field. Generic, rank 9. Really like this single print XC's rank 9 from Photon Hypernova. And yeah, this card used to be worth what, 67 cents, spiked up to 172, retraced back down to a Billi, now having that second leg up. Even though we have a couple of deals here, I was just talking about the chart in a sense. A lot of one-ofs though, you have 5 here. But again, the whole point, 130 listings, we don't know when this is getting a reprint. Of course, it's very specific in a sense where you would have to have one non-fairy Grenadier monster, or Grenadier generator. What the hell, man? That sounds like a generator from the Home Depot. Grenadier, man. What, Jay? What is going on? Generator. There we go. So, like an additional XZs in your extra deck for this play. But honestly, I mean, you never know, man. A lot of people like playing shenanigans, and that is one broken effect. And then we have Gold Pride. The crowd goes wild. This crazy, man. Like how Gold Pride never panned out. There was a lot of hype. This card was double digit. I never get tired of talking about this card, man. But honestly, at Billies here, under 2 Billies, that's not bad. I mean, I'm already speculating. I already have my play set. I even R9 this, man. At a Billi, you just never know. These specific secret rares from a set that won't get a reprint soon. You never know, man. All it takes is like one card, new support to come out, whatever, break the deck, and this is money, so maybe an R9 is too much, but $3, 3 Billies for a playset of this, I believe that's the right exposure. Then this card as well, it's a billion some change, quickly goes up to 2s. A lot of pieces got reprinted from the Gold Pride Punk deck, that combines this archetype with the Punk engine. A lot of these cards are getting reprinted, so the cards are getting easier to get for the most part to play this deck. But this is single print. This one is not as easy. You see a small spike up, sales even at the 250 range. So if you needed the card, don't forget about this one. Then we have number C62, Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. I never covered this card before from Photon Hypernova to my knowledge. And this is a generic, no, not generic, 3 level 8 light monsters. But I mean, look at this card. Clear uptrend here. As of late, it's a 2 Billi card when the card was a Billi 50 at the all-time lows and under 100 listings. So this is one that I could see being $4 or $5 soon, not get reprinted for a while, and it might be the next 2x around the corner. So I really like this one. I need to get my playset. I still don't own this card, but I definitely want it. If you see it in a binder or whatever, try and pick it up. It's not as easy to get as you would think. Same for Ice Jade. A couple of Ice Jade cards. Is this Gimmer? Man, I'm not even gonna try this Synchro Ice Jade monster from Photon Hypernova. And then we have from Sayak the Ice Jade Ran, and that name again. These cards, look, they're similar. different sets, similar charts. You had a low 183, spiked up to almost 6 Billies, now retracing hard back down to the mean, but it's still a 3 Billi card, so still retaining some value that I wanted you guys to check out. But TCG Player has other plans right there. It's 3 Billies, so don't let this be a $5 card again. Broken Synchro Monster, and same for this Ice Jade monster here from Sayak. Used to be what, right under 3s, went all the way up to 5s, and now retracing back down to revisit the lows. So yeah, just make sure you keep these cheap cards in mind as they appreciate, you know, in price throughout time. Man, guys, hopefully you had a blast today with today's market watch. Stay tuned for the giveaway coming out tomorrow, dedicated video. Let's see how that goes. If you made it this far out into the video, you guys continue to be the straight MVPs. Thank you so much for your time, your support, and your attention. Stay fresh.